God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean white with foam.
My name is Stephen Murray, and I'd like to welcome you to another episode of The Gift of Giving. If anyone doesn't know, we are approaching a milestone birthday in America's history. They've got to be living on another planet or under a rock. This week we are going to be celebrating with Nevada Society Sons of the American Revolution to help promote our milestone birthday. So I'm pleased to invite, first of all, we have the Ambassador, Benjamin Franklin. Please come and join us. Albert Conant. You're the Secretary of the State Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. Thank you for coming and spending the day with us, Ambassador Franklin.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And also, I'd like to welcome Gary Watson. He's the State Registrar of Nevada Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. And you'll see he's in his militia uniform. Welcome to the program, Gary. Thanks for taking time out and coming with us. And now I would like to welcome David Bentley. He's the president of the Sons of the American Revolution chapter, right here, and in his continental uniform. So thank you for being with us today and sharing with us what we're going to be doing for our 250th birthday. Okay, I'd like to welcome you all again. Thanks for taking time out and sharing with us what the plans are for our 250th birthday. And first, Dave, let's start with you. Sons of the American Revolution. We hear a lot about the daughters of the American Revolution, not so much about the sons of the American Revolution. So could you give us a little brief introduction on the mission and the purpose of the Sons of the American Revolution?
Well, the Sons of the American Revolution is a male heritage organization. All of us have an ancestor that fought or aided the Revolutionary War effort. Our purpose, of course, is to promote patriotism, honor the sacrifices our ancestors made, to serve our communities by educating and inspiring patriotism, and the sense of civic responsibility that's necessary in order to maintain a democratic republic.
Wonderful. What a fantastic purpose and fantastic mission.
We were founded in 1889. We received a charter from Congress in 1906.
Wow.
And we have many famous members. 16 presidents. Winston Churchill,
Really?
who was cousin to two of our
right.
presidents.
Wow.
So it's a fascinating organization.
Yes, and a very interesting history, I would imagine.
Yes.
Somebody should have a book out on the history of the Sons of the American Revolution. Seriously. Now, what was the catalyst? Let's start with you. What was the catalyst for you joining, Dave?
Well, actually, I've known since I was a child that my third great-grandfather was a member of this organization.
Okay.
I never thought much of it. About 2018, my wife found out she's also eligible to be a member of the Daughters of the American Revolution.
Oh.
And so we, once I found that out, the race was on. So I pursued it, and she likes to tease me about that. But in the course of doing the genealogical research, we found out, in fact, we're 10th cousins once removed.
Wow.
We have an ancestor from 1609.
Wow. Now, Gary, what was the catalyst that made you join?
Before 2022, I knew nothing about the Sons of the American Revolution, but I was doing genealogy research for my family, and I got back to a guy who turned out to be my patriot ancestor in the 1720s that had an attachment to it in Ancestry.com, SAR application, a very old one. And I thought, what the heck is that? And so I started digging into it, and once I found out about it, I wanted to join.
Yes, good for you. And Ambassador Franklin.
Yeah, mine came around kind of oddly. My cousin back in Massachusetts was the Massachusetts State Registrar for the DAR. And so one day she shot me an email and said, hey, do you realize you've got a straight path with the Conant line of the family all the way back to the American Revolution? And I didn't know that. So she gave me the name of the current registrar locally who helped me register. And then that's how I joined.
There you go. You've all got interesting stories about how it came about. So, Al, you're the... would you like to talk about the Nevada Society and its
Sure.
subdivisions? Because there's a society, but you've got different chapters.
Yeah, I'll start at the top, though, with the National Society. The National Society has state societies in 49 states and District of Columbia. The reason the 49 is the two Dakotas decided to go in together because they didn't have enough people, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So those are the state societies, and there's 590 chapters in the United States, and then those are broken out, various counties and cities and things like that. And then we also have, it's about 37,000 people is what it amounts to. But we also have chapters in Canada, in England, of course, in France, in Germany, in Spain. It's remarkable. And then there's the international crowd. We actually have people in Micronesia who are members.
Wow.
So yeah, it just depends on when they find their information, decide to join.
Yes.
So.
Well, Micronesia, somebody's really got to have a vested interest in doing that research,
Right.
and starting a chapter there.
Yeah.
So in Nevada, the Nevada Society, you've got two chapters, right? You've got the northern one, the southern one.
The north is the Battle-Born Patriots,
Okay.
and the south is the Signers chapter.
Okay.
And I'm not sure who was formed first, but I know that the Signers chapter has grown greatly over the years. At one point, it was only a handful of people meeting at a Denny's restaurant, and now we're over 100 people in just the Signers chapter. So.
Cool. And now you're the president of the Signers chapter.
Yes.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Now you alluded to the fact that your goals are to promote patriotism, educating and inspiring future generations, and serving communities. How do you actually go about promoting patriotism?
Well, we have several events that we host every year. We conduct a dinner for Washington's birthday and on Constitution Day. So we have a formal banquet for those. We also celebrate Flag Day, usually in conjunction with DAR. We participate in 4th of July celebrations and Bill of Rights programs. We have a color guard, and we participate in patriotic ceremonies and parades around town. We also support veterans and active duty military personnel.
Nice.
And Gary's been very involved in doing
Yes.
that. We've supported
Nice.
the Fisher House, the Veterans Home, these kind of programs. And we're very interested in preserving Revolutionary War history. We have speakers at our meetings to help educate. We also have youth outreach programs, the Patriot Chess program, where we reach out to schools and explain what it was like, what our ancestors went through to make this country possible. We also present citizenship and leadership awards, and just any way we can encourage patriotism and
Gotcha.
a memory of our history.
Okay. Now, a couple of things just want to touch on there. You said like you have Lincoln Day dinners and there are other dinners. Now, are these open to the public, or is it only for members of the Sons and Daughters of the American Revolution?
Oh, we're open to the public. They're welcome to all of our events.
Okay.
And of all of our meetings, they're welcome to volunteer. We have many volunteers that aren't members.
Okay.
We keep the members busy. We have a lot of irons in the fire.
It sounds like it just from what you've mentioned. And you mentioned something about the schools. When you go to the schools, do you get into your uniforms?
Right. We appear in period dress.
Yes.
And we have what's called a Patriot chest, and it contains items, or replicas mostly, of typical day-to-day items from the period.
Wow.
So that we can explain, the uniforms, the weaponry, how they cooked their food, how they had light in the house, and all the little details that people don't think about.
Colonial iPhones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Qualifications for membership. Would you like to talk about that, Gary?
Yes. As a state registrar, I work with applicants who are men who wish to join, and I find that most of them want to recognize their patriot ancestor, their family history, but they also want their children to understand what's going on. So they're joining kind of to show their children who they are. And so to join, they must prove that they're descended directly from a patriot ancestor who provided an acceptable service during the Revolutionary War. So to do that, they've got to follow a tree back, and the Ancestry.com is a great website for that, or FamilySearch.org. And those sites that people use to find who were their ancestors going back bloodline to a man or woman who provided that acceptable service. And so they've got to find documents to prove that they were a direct descendant of that patriot ancestor. And I assist them in that regard.
Oh, so people can reach out to you if they're stumbling and fumbling.
Yes.
They can. And could you give out the names of them? I think you said one was Ancestry.com.
Ancestry.com and FamilySearch.org.
Perfect. Okay. You'll probably get a load of phone calls going forward.
Good. That's excellent.
Okay. Before we take a brief sponsorship break, do we have any pearls of wisdom from our ambassador, Benjamin Franklin?
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that I like about the organization is that we are keeping busy. We're very active, and that that do what you can while you can, because lost time is never seen again. And that's from Ben.
I think that's a very perfect note to end our first section on. Please stay with us, folks. We're going to be right back.
Introducing Pacific Coast Capital, your partner in finance. We provide financing for your business. Speed, flexibility, and creativity are the foundation of our service. We'll help you navigate through change and opportunities. Our 90-plus years of experience ensures quick turnaround on loan decisions. Ride the wave to prosperity with us. Ready for new funding? Visit our website today at PacificCoastCap.com.
I'd like to welcome you all back to this program, and I'd certainly like to welcome back our guests today, Dave Bentley, Gary Watson, and Al Conan. Thank you for spending time with us and sharing with us about Sons of the American Revolution. In this section, we want to talk about your events, but we'd also like to talk about your association with America 250, because they're the ones that are also behind all this massive celebration.
Now, the Nevada Society, or the National Society, the Sons of the American Revolution, is a national partner with America
Okay.
250. And, of course, we're participating at that level. The National Society is building an education center and museum, and that's in Louisville, Kentucky. And
Nice.
that is almost finished, and they're going to have some soft openings this year to commemorate
Nice.
the 250. We also, locally now, we participate or have participated in the Revolutionary War Experience Traveling Exhibit,
Yes.
which is a traveling show similar to the Patriot Chest, where they kind of explain about what it was like in colonial life and the sacrifices our ancestors made.
That's already passed, though, hasn't it?
Well, that's
it
passed,
ongoing?
and if anything else comes up, as it is ongoing, we
Oh,
participate.
Okay.
That's an ongoing project. We recently participated in the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. They dedicated America 250 lighting for the sign. And
Nice.
so we were there with the DAR and the CAR in period costume for that event.
Now, can I just interrupt you there, if I
Sure.
may? Did you have to get permission from the city to do that, or?
We were invited to.
Oh, they reached out to you,
already,
right?
They already had the event planned, and they reached
They
out
reached
to
out
us.
to you. Nice.
Okay. And then one of the things we're very proud about this year, we raised the funds to commission a monument honoring America's first veterans. And we
Nice.
erected that on May 2nd, a wonderful ceremony, and that's at the Southern Nevada Veterans Memorial Cemetery in Boulder City.
Nice.
And yeah, we had several dignitaries, Congresswoman Titus, Lieutenant Governor Stavros, the French consul, Sebastian Therevin. They all came and spoke at that. It was a wonderful event. And
Oh, I
went very
bet.
well.
That's a wonderful tribute that you've done there, building that monument for the first veterans.
We're very proud of that.
You should be. Every right to be. Very nice.
We recently did a Memorial Day color guard presentation at Atomic Motors on just after Memorial Day, or just
Okay.
before Memorial Day. And there was one
Well-
other thing, the Flag Day.
We participated with the, over at Lorenzi Park, the Daughters of American Revolution have a flag that's in the Rose Garden, and they do a kind of like a flag swap out or flag retirement ceremony where they take the flag down and replace it with a new flag every year. And that was another event. We had our color guard there to participate in that activity.
Okay.
Right. And upcoming,
Yes, so
We
now
have-
let's talk about some of your coming events. Big parade on the 4th.
4th of July, we're participating in the 4th of July parade in Summerlin.
Right,
Uh,
that's going to
Al
be
has
with
the
the
details.
Francisco Garces chapter. We're doing actually a scene. It was a painting of George Washington looking at the flag that Betsy Ross is working on. And actually, Gary and I are going to be on the float, and then we have another gentleman playing George Washington. And so that's our contribution toward the 4th of July parade.
But you're having your own float on that?
We have our own little float, that's
Own
right.
float,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
And now that's going to, when does that start?
I believe it's at 8:30 on
8:30
the
in the
4th,
morning?
right, and it's a long route, and it's right around in downtown Summerlin area where their circle is, their village circle, or whatever they call it, and it's going to be quite an event. We did the last 4th of July, we did Washington crossing the Delaware, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I bet this one's going to be really special, being the 250th.
Yes,
They're
definitely.
going to really make it something. And, sorry. Go
Oh,
ahead.
I was just going to say, the big one coming up then, and after that is July 8th.
Yes.
We're commemorating the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence. Okay, and SAR all over the country is participating in this,
Yes.
and it's going to coincide with 6 p.m. in Philadelphia. But from Maine to Guam, SAR chapters are all going to be reading aloud at 3 p.m. at the same time, the Declaration of Independence. Now, we're asking people to be there at 2:30. We're holding it at the old Las Vegas Mormon Fort State Historic Park. And we've got several dignitaries that are going to be reading each a small portion of it. It's going to be a very nice event.
Oh,
We have
absolutely.
ample parking, and we're covering the people's museum attendance fee. So you can just show up and participate on, I believe that's Wednesday, July 8th.
8th.
Be there at 2:30. The reading starts
Well.
at 3.
And our producer's going to put the address and the time and everything on the screen while we're talking about this.
And our
Just-
group in Mesquite is going to be doing the same thing as well in Mesquite.
Yes.
And they've arranged for all the churches to ring bells at the same time for that.
Is that the bells across America?
No,
Because that's another event.
that's just for this event
Oh,
in
okay.
Mesquite.
Yeah,
That's one of the
Mesquite's-
things they're doing to celebrate.
Yes, and that's going to be outside of Mesquite Hall. They're going to be doing their reading of the Declaration.
Mhm.
You mentioned that it's only in Philadelphia where it's going to start at 6 o'clock, and everywhere else across the country it's going to be at 3?
Well, it'll be at 3 o'clock here because it's 6 o'clock there.
Right.
We've arranged it so that everyone can participate at the same
3.
time.
Synchronized.
So Nevada or Pacific time, it's 3 p.m.
Okay.
Mountain time, it's going to be
And people that live in the, yes.
4 p.m. Right.
Okay, so it goes on the time zones.
Exactly.
So, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought I heard you say Philadelphia it's going to be 3 o'clock, but from Maine to Alaska it's going to, sorry, Philadelphia 6 o'clock, and Maine through Alaska it's going to be 3. So I misunderstood what you said
No,
there.
no, they're
So,
all going to be at different
okay,
times, but they're all
different
going
time
to be at the
zones.
same time.
Perfect. Okay. I think that's wonderful too, to do that declaration, reading of that declaration. That's going to be very, very moving, that ceremony. So now you have some other upcoming events later on in the year. Do you want to just briefly talk about those?
We have our Constitution Day dinner. We have Veterans Day activities coming up. We participate in Wreaths Across America. And we, of course, have youth recognition ceremonies and historical presentations and guest speakers. But the Constitution Day observance is our next scheduled one, and that's
Next big
September
That's
19th
September 19th.
Right,
yes.
right.
at 5 p.m.
5 p.m. And information about that will be on your website
It will.
closer to the time, I'm sure.
There's some information up now, but as the
Oh.
details get hashed out, there'll be flyers and more
Okay.
information.
Okay. Now, how often does your chapter meet?
We meet the first Saturday of each month, except July and December. Our Christmas party covers December,
Oh.
and July 4th is a big
Okay.
deal.
And how many people typically show up?
We've been getting between 40, and our record is 47,
Wow.
showing up at our membership meetings. The turnouts are amazing. We are almost standing room only in the meeting room that we
Might have
have.
to find
It's
somewhere else.
Wonderful. Oh, I don't want to. They treat
No.
us very well there.
Yes, I'm sure they do, deservedly so.
Mhm.
And when you meet, is it just for a chat, an exchange of ideas, brainstorming?
Well, we
Combination.
typically have a guest speaker about some way to participate, helping the community. And then we have a educational speaker talking about an American Revolution or American history. Just an educational speaker for about 20 minutes. And then we handle the group's business, voting funds for the memorial or other projects that we're working on. We just voted to sponsor chaperone for honor flight, so
Okay,
to support the veterans. So
Yeah.
those kind of things are what we cover at the meetings.
perfect, perfect. Before we take our second break, do we have any more words of wisdom
Yeah,
from
actually, yes, I do.
Ambassador Franklin?
Yeah, there's an old saying that great talkers are less doers, and well done is always better than well said. So,
Perfect. Well, a perfect way to end this segment. Please stay with us, folks. We're going to be right back with Sons of the American Revolution.
Tariffs, pandemics, rising inflation. The Joshua Dowden team is ready when volatility happens. Markets fluctuate for reasons nobody can control. Don't let the headlines drive your financial plan. The Joshua Dowden team at Priority Wealth Partners has served Summerlin retirees for 3 decades. Our 5-tier risk management strategy matches our strategies with your goals, with plans designed for your assets to be there when you need them. Conveniently located at the heart of downtown Summerlin. Call Joshua Dowden today or visit DowdenFinancialServices.com.
Welcome back, everyone, and I'd like to welcome back our guests today, Dave Bentley and Gary and Al. Thank you for joining us from Sons of the American Revolution. And let's talk about some of the other programs you have. Let's talk about the ROTC and the JROTC programs.
Okay, this is one of my favorite programs since
Okay.
I'm quite involved in it. It's part of our youth outreach, but we honor outstanding cadets that demonstrate leadership, military bearing, scholarship, and organizational skills and good citizenship. And these are awards to the JROTC, the high school, we give the bronze ROTC medal, and to the university level ROTC students, we give the silver medal. And it also includes the Sea Cadets, and we give the bronze good citizenship medal to award them.
Okay.
And so this past year, we had 10 volunteers present to 26 high school cadres and 2 university cadres. The Sea Cadets didn't participate this year, but we have awarded to them in the past as well. It's very, very rewarding experience working with these kids and seeing the level of leadership and civic responsibility they're developing in our youth. It's really impressive, especially these days.
Heartwarming, yes. Heartwarming. Eye-opening too, I'm sure. And you didn't give out the Sea Cadet. Will you try and implement that again next year? See if
we reach out every year. We reach out every year to all of the schools, and we've had some schools lose their programs. We just added a new school last year, but I try to keep my finger on the pulse of where they're at so that we can be sure and recognize these students because they work hard for this.
Okay. So now, is it just schools within the Clark County School District, or do you do private schools?
Our scope is Esmeralda, Nye, Clark, and Lincoln counties. Okay. The bulk of it is in right now. It's all in the Las Vegas area, but we have Pahrump did used to have a program, but we reach out and cover all those areas, and we're always looking for new schools.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about membership, Gary. I think this is your bailiwick.
Yeah. As far as membership goes, I've been the registrar for 2.5 years. I've worked with about 75 men in that period of time down in Las Vegas. The Battleborn Patriot chapter, about half that many has also joined. And so currently we have a program for the month of July, which is the 250th year of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The SAR is offering a reduction of fees of $74, so that it's only $76 for the fee and $50 for the dues, and so it's a lower fee if they postmark their submission for membership in the month of July. So that's a promotion that's going on right now. And I'm hoping to get about 20 people in that month.
Yeah? Oh, I think that's a real bargain.
It is.
Maybe
$74 is $74.
Yeah. I know my family name goes back to the 1200s in Britain, but who knows, one of them might have ventured over here.
Should be.
Scholarships. Now you give out some scholarships. Would you like to talk about those, Al?
Sure. We actually, within the Nevada Society, we have a scholarship, Paul Jones Memorial Scholarship. And what we do is we do a solicitation that goes out every December, and it goes out to all of the schools and all the DAR and all the SAR, and we ask for people to provide information about who they are, what types of activities they've been in. We score them based on their community involvement, their educational endeavors, etc., and we award accordingly. We give out the Paul Jones Memorial as a state one, but off the same list of applicants, we also give out the John Harney, which is our Southern Nevada Signers Chapter scholarship. So we do that one. But in addition to the 2 scholarships, there's also what is called a National High School Essay Award, which is it's the George S. and Stella Knight Essay Contest, and I'm the point of contact for that. The students who want to do an essay, it's very detailed. There's information online for it, but they do this essay the essays are graded by members of the northern and southern chapter, and the best essay goes forward and competes nationally for a rather large scholarship. And so that's an important one. And then the northern chapter, the Battle-Born Patriots, have their own Liberty Award, and they do another essay. They'll pick a particular topic and shoot it out and collect essays mostly for the folks that are living up in northern Nevada. So those are our scholarships and essay awards that we have.
Nice. Nice. You mentioned the Battle-Born Patriots in northern Nevada. Do you know whether they're having a reading of the Declaration up in that area, or you don't know?
I'm not sure where theirs at. They've done the bell ringing, part of the bell ringing thing for a number of years. One of the members up there has been promoting that, and they also do the Wreaths Across America up in the northern Nevada. But I'm not really sure where their reading is going to be at.
We haven't heard about Reno, so.
Huh?
We have not heard about Reno.
I believe Bob said they are doing
They are?
something.
I think they're probably going to do it in Carson
But
City.
I'm not
Well, we're
privy
going to be giving out your
details.
website, and they can go to the website and click on Battle-Born Patriots for those who are living in the
They will
northern
post
Nevada
all
area.
And
see
by
if
the way, there
something's
is a
happening.
really great chapter up there. The men up there are just really active. Their color guard is enormous.
Yes.
And amazing.
Yeah, it's
Really
quite
quite
amazing.
good.
So they're a lot of fun.
Okay, so now obviously you get some of your funds from membership dues.
Yes.
And do you have any other funding, any corporate funding?
We've
grants,
had
government grants?
corporate funding has helped us with our getting our monument, the funds for our monument. That was one thing one time that we've really gone out and reached out to the public. Most of our donations come in from raffles that we have at our dinners. We get money from that. We pass the hat at every meeting to collect money for the
Sure.
scholarship fund. And then our Wreaths Across America is actually a fundraiser. We sell wreaths, we get a certain amount of money back from selling the wreaths, and that goes back into our scholarship fund. So those are our principal means of getting them. We did have a fireworks booth that we ran for a great many years, but the amount of work was enormous on that one, and we decided as a lot of our people are older that we probably weren't going to do fireworks booth this year. So, but we have bus tours that we've been dealing with. We did a number of years ago. We did a bus tour up to the Nevada test site. We haven't done one of those in a while, but then we have the Fallout bus tour that we participate
Right.
with that.
And we do that in conjunction with the old Las Vegas State Memorial Park. We sponsor several bus tours. There's going to be 5 this year. That'll be in November, part of the Mojave Mayhem Spectacular. And it's based on a Fallout video game that features Las Vegas in it.
Oh, nice.
And the response, there is also a bit of a tie-in to the patriotic theme and Independence Hall in some of the games. So there's a slight tie-in there, but it's been a lot of fun participating in that. We were invited to participate, and it's been a good fundraiser for us.
Good.
And it's a blast. It's a hoot.
Yes.
I encourage everybody to come support us by riding on that bus.
There you go. Well, it'll be on your website when you have the next one, right?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. All right, we've almost come to the end of our program. Before we finish, any more pearls of wisdom from the ambassador?
Actually, one, first of all, is the key thing that people need to ask themselves is what Ben said. He said that the noblest question in the world is, what good may I do in it? And what we try to do is the best we can to promote patriotism in our country. And that's it.
Very worthy goal.
Yeah.
Good advice from Ambassador Franklin. Before we close, would you like to give out the information as to how the public can reach out and get in touch with you?
Well,
Our websites?
That's your website, our website.
All right, so we have a Facebook page. We also have the website, sar-nevada.com, and we also have a newsletter that we've been building up. We have over 300 people on the distribution list, so we're getting our name out as much as we can.
Okay. So the producer's going to put your website address up there, I'm sure. And the newsletter, does one have to, can that just go out to the public at large? You don't have to be...
We have to, it's an opt-in type thing. We send an invitation. If they opt in, they'll get a copy of the newsletter every month.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. Anybody else want something to say before we close?
We do take donations. We've received donations. We can do that on the website. We've even had members donate stock, so we're set up to be able to do that as well.
We have a brokerage account that we can access. So, but the donations, our website will take you to a particular page, and where people can donate via credit card, or which is actually the only way, and that's the easiest way.
Well, thank you so much for taking time out and sharing with us what you're doing to promote patriotism throughout the country, and especially as we're celebrating our 250th birthday coming up.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for
You're very
inviting us
welcome.
and giving us this opportunity.
You're very welcome. And I'd like to thank our show's producer, John Stars, for his support with this program, and I hope you've all enjoyed it. I'd also like to thank our sponsors, without whom we would not have this program: Pacific Coast Capital, Priority Wealth Partners, the Firelight Barn Dinner Theatre, and my late business partner, R.J. Champion, whose message you'll hear at the end of this program and whose legacy lives on through this program. And finally, I'd like to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed this episode on patriotism. I hope you'll join us again next week, where we have the Daughters of the American Revolution on, the Virgin Valley chapter. And so we're going to continue this celebration of patriotism and celebrating America's birthday. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to me, Stephen, at thegiftofgiving.vegas. I'd certainly love to hear from you. If any of you are interested in learning about your lineage, you've got the information, Ancestry.com, or reach out to Gary, who will be more than willing to help you out, and maybe you'll consider joining one of these organizations. I hope you'll join us again next week. I hope you all have a fabulous 4th of July and celebrate and appreciate what our country gives us. Be safe, be kind to one another. See you back soon. Bye for now.
Mr. R.J. Champion is proud to sponsor WWDB-TV's series, The Gift of Giving, and wishes the program much success. Congratulations and gratitude to the featured guests and the organizations they represent. Our community is well served by your tireless efforts to make Nevada a better state for all its residents.